I'm going to make 3 commitments today, which hopefully will change the conversation. Will change the conversation from talking about social media to social responsibility. So the first one is we want to make sure that we are only partnering and investing in responsible platforms. We've talked a lot about responsibility in business. Again, when I think about our supply chain for our products, we have a human rights framework. You can go ahead and read what we've said about that. We campaign against child labor. We push waste out of the system. We have 100% zero waste to landfill from our factories, for example. We've reduced greenhouse gases. We've reduced water. We have a very responsible approach to how we're driving our supply chain. And similarly, I think we need to redefine what is responsible business in the digital age. Because for all the good the tech companies are doing, there's some unintended consequences that now need addressing. And we're going to prioritize our investment to help focus that. Secondly, it's about a commitment to responsible content. Now, we've already been on the journey of unstereotyped advertising 2 years ago, and we've started off in gender. I did a big piece of work internally looking at advertising across the world and came to the conclusion that too often we were using lazy gender stereotypes in our advertising. The interesting thing about it was when we looked at more progressive advertising, the progressive advertising tested better. Surprise, surprise. If you show people aspiring advertising about where the world is rather than where the world was, they'll come with you. So this isn't a moral issue. This is an economic issue. This is about driving good business. And then last summer, you can see here, this is at Cannes. This is at the International Advertising Festival. We launched the Unstereotype Alliance. And you can see people, all the heads of the advertising holding companies were there, major advertisers, you can see even our competitors were there. We had NGOs, and of course we had Google and Facebook and Twitter and Alibaba. And collectively we started making a commitment about unstereotyping advertising across the industry. Also in the middle you can see Pumzili, the head of UN Women. So having established this, I've handed the chair over to UN Women. I'm a co-chair for this year as we get it going. And UN Women, United Nations Women, will be leading this going forward. Because I wanted to make it industry neutral, not a Unilever initiative. And we're starting, as I say, with unstereotyping on gender, but of course we'll move on beyond that. Because attention is not a reward. Attention is a right. And finally, it's about responsible infrastructures. Unilever will only partner with organizations committed to building responsible infrastructures. Now, I've talked about the 3 Vs. I'm going to carry on talking about the 3 Vs of viewability, verification, and value. But here's really making it clear that we need to create a responsible infrastructure. We need one measurement system, for example, across the whole of media, across TV, across digital, across the walled gardens. At the end of the day, we have one consumer and one budget. And right now, we're fragmenting that spend and not optimizing it. And the person who loses is the viewer, the user, the consumer. Some people are accidentally over-targeted, and other people are ignored. With one measurement system across the whole of media, we can make all this a lot more efficient. Think of it a little bit like calories. This morning, maybe you had a croissant. At lunch, maybe you'll have a sandwich. Tonight, a beer, a glass of wine. You can monitor across all different food types and drinks through calories. We need an equivalent approach for media so we can measure one media system across the whole of TV and digital. So 3 actions to build greater consumer trust in our digital ecosystem: responsible platforms, responsible content, and responsible infrastructure.